Very tired of scrolling endlessly in ServiceNow and you've been trying to find the specific record that you would like to view. What if there's a way to create a custom list that you can easily view as you land your ServiceNow content so your data appears exactly how you wanted it at any time and at any day? Well, in this video, I'll take you through everything you need to know about creating and customizing ServiceNow list views. By the end, you'll not only know the basics of a list, but also advanced tips that even many experienced admins do not consider or overlook. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future tutorials. And if you're not done so, join as a member for early access to video and to further support my channel. I post weekly content on ServiceNow tips, tricks, scripting, and admin best practices. Your list view in ServiceNow is essentially your window into a table or a storage of your thousands of records, whether it's a problem records, on what you see on this window. And as we have navigated to the top left for a specific module and all open problem tickets. And as you can see in the top left, these are all filtered out for all active open problem tickets. The right is the content frame where you can see all the records that are all active. In a nutshell, list views is any type of record in ServiceNow. It can be an incident, number of requests, or records from a custom table, and that can be specific to your industry and your business. The list view, like what you're seeing now, that all active problem tickets determines what fields you see and how your records are being displayed. And I like you to think on this perspective. List views or list of records are represented on how people work, and depending on the persona, it could be security driven, restricting access to a certain field or record, or you can be persona driven. A good example in IT service management, a support agent needs to see the priority and assign two fields right up front as soon as they land ServiceNow. And a manager will need service level agreements which are nearing due or the due date has been breached, and assignment group at a glance. A developer might need a short description and a state so they can jump right in to debugging and fixing a problem ticket. So without list views, you are stuck on generic now system defaults, while with custom views, you can create and view with clarity, speed, efficiency, and productivity. Now, as we head into this list of records under a problem list, you will notice the default field, like the number, problem statement, when it was created, and so on. This is fine, but if it doesn't always meet your needs, this is where you should start customizing. Now, as we navigate to the top right and click the gear icon, from here you can add new fields to the list, remove unnecessary ones, or reorder the fields by dragging them around. For example, we could add the priority field from the list of available field tables from the left. And as we find them, you just need to click, and as you highlight the specific field, you can drag it to the right by adding it, then move it right on the top, right beside the field called number. And as we add another example, which is opened by who opened and created the problem ticket, we can add and do the same or remove it, a specific field which you feel not relevant to this view. And as you click OK, you automatically hit the save button and you will see that the list instantly updates. And right now, you're already tailoring ServiceNow on how you work. Now comes the fun part. As we navigate to the specific field, you will notice you will have a field context menu in a ServiceNow language, or you can click these column options. And as you navigate to configure and drill down to the list layout, you will have the option to see the different fields that you can manage and configure pointed to a specific view name. And as we scroll down and open the view name, and at the bottom, you will see that you can create a new list or a new view to your list. So let me fix the graphics for better visibility. And as I do that, you will see that there is a new option on creating a new list view. And as I click, this pop-up is going to come up. And ServiceNow is asking for a name. And I'd like you to be descriptive on the purpose of this view. So if it's urgent issues, you can call it, for example, high priority incidents. And if it's for your team, you can call it my group request. And in this example, I will type it in as my group tickets. And as you click OK or hit save, it will now automatically create the view name and the view specific to this problem records. If you want to follow along and would like to have a laboratory that you would like to be able to play around, break, and fix, I have created a video at the end of the screen to help you create a development environment or your laboratory to further explore the ServiceNow features. Now, once you have saved, you can toggle along with other list views and also the one you created. And you can also customize the fields specific to your view. You could add or remove and configure the hierarchy on what field should come first. And this is a pro tip. Once you create views or list views, don't just think about yourself. And if you're an admin, you can create and share views with groups, multiple groups, depending on how your company is politically. So imagine this productivity boost if your entire support team or support desk team, as an example, has a clean, filtered list of an unassigned tickets that they can grab right away as soon as they landed the page. Now, as we save this list view, and as you navigate to the top left on the hamburger, you will see now that the list view that you have created is now available for your viewing. Customizing views and columns is good, but filters will take your list views to another level. So on the top of your list, on this left, you will see filter breadcrumbs. And eventually what you're seeing, all active tickets. And let us add another filter. And as we click the end button, and let us say, as an example, that you would like to see all priority critical one tickets, and now your view only shows all active tickets and all critical tickets. And as we navigate back to the filter menu, you can add more logic. For example, you could add incidents or problem assigned to your group, and the operator field as you navigate. ServiceNow gives you the ability of being dynamic of the membership of the persona, dynamically responding on who is logged in to the ServiceNow account. And right now, as I navigate to the top right, I'm admin of this instance, and I have the ability to see all records on this specific setting. And as I remove this third filter and make the example simple and straightforward, we can now also save this filter to the view. So meaning you have this filter specific to this view that you have created. And every time you return, your list is already narrowed down to what matters and no more wasted clicks. And thinking about enterprise settings, You can save this very specific to yourself or to a group. And let's say you are targeting only for problem analyzers group on this example, or you could be thinking of a network group who should only see these records for privacy purposes. And as you manage and control the visibility of your data, you can also restrict the records and the data that a group should only see. And if you're not familiar on how to create groups and add members to these groups, I have created a video specific to that you will also see at the end of the screen. Now, for simplicity, I will choose everyone, and everyone could basically see all critical tickets view or filter. So this filter will now be visible only under this specific list view. And as we save this filter to the view, and every time you return, your list is already narrowed down to what matters and no more wasted clicks. And as we go back to the hamburger menu and go to the filters, you will see that all critical tickets filter that you have just created is now available for your viewing. Now, a quick question for you. What's the one table in ServiceNow you spend the most time in? I'd like you to drop your answer in the comments, and I'll create a dedicated video showing how to optimize that specific list view. And don't be shy, your suggestion might be the next tutorial that I'll be creating. Now, let us talk about sharing the best practices. If you're an admin, you can make views available to roles or groups, as I have mentioned earlier. For example, you can create a shared view called all open problem requests for the help desk role. That way, everyone on the team has the same starting point. So these are some pointers that I'd like you to remember. Use clear and descriptive names. It will allow you to fully identify the purpose of your list view and also your filters. Limit the number of fields. Too many slows down the performance of your platform. Separate personal views that is very specific to your liking and also from your team views. Use filters to form actionable data, and it can be a daily dashboards or a report that your team is needed to see on a daily basis. Now let's cover some advanced techniques. Let us navigate back to the field context menu or the column options and drill down to configure and list layout. And let us add a data like who opened the problem ticket. And you can see this green colored field with a plus icon. This is what we call dot walking fields. So in ServiceNow, you can fully relate from one table to another table, easily correlating multiple records into a single view. And in ServiceNow, this is what we call dot walking. As you navigate inside another table that your list is referencing at. And as I scroll down, you will see that it become a parent field and you can get the department data of the person who opened your problem ticket. And from there, it gives you the liberty to add this field under your list on which department has opened this problem ticket. And as we prioritize the view and put it right beside the problem statement and click save, now easily you can also now view on which the department the problem ticket is coming from. Navigate even faster, you can add this as part of your favorite, and as you click create favorite, and you can now put a descriptive name and say my group tickets problem as an example that you see fit that will describe or build your list of records. And as you click done, you will see on the top left It is now added as part of your favorites menu, and you can also navigate and do a search from the list of your favorites, and easily your prioritized views and records will now be available for you. That will elevate your speed and productivity in a matter of a few clicks. So now that you have customized your list view, you can also integrate this into a report filtered from any list view, which is perfect for managers who want to track KPIs without rebuilding filters. And I have created a dedicated video on how to create dashboards and reports that you can also see at the end of the screen. So these little tricks increases you from just customizing lists to actually building productivity accelerators inside ServiceNow. So here's the big takeaway. A default list might show you everything, but the custom list view in ServiceNow shows you only what you need. That means faster navigation, clearer insights, and a more time to focus on solving problems instead of searching for them. And if this video has helped you, smash that like button, share it with your team, and don't forget to subscribe and join as a member for more tutorials on ServiceNow scripting, workflows, and productivity hacks. And that's the perfect next step to turn your custom views into powerful analytics. I'll see you on my next video.